Alright, so this is gonna be just straight to the point. So there's no, introduction of like, yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy, whatever. We're just gonna get straight into the process here. Um, I got some big plans coming up for my videos. So right now, as I'm explaining this to you guys, it's gonna be heavily or loosely inspired by the MCU or the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm pretty much borrowing right. I'm pretty much borrowing, ideas that has been done before again with MCU. But in this case, I'm going to be doing some type of, you know, multiverse ish. Well, not really multiverse, but like, videos that are like interconnected to talk about one or two specific things. Like, for example, you know, how do I put this? Perseverance and hold on. All right, I found it. So it's hope and resilience. That's the biggest message in all of the cinematic fucking skit videos plus two or one movie where it's just going to be about, finding hope in a hopeless world and being resilient to the ongoing issues that be going down in our lives, whether that's sometimes that's got to do with, sometimes the economy, sometimes there could be like a certain like leader that we do not really like that I just don't want to get into too much into, but like if you know, DT asshole. But yeah, that dude, and also just like all bunch of shit that be going down, and just having hope that things can and will get better, even in very dire circumstances, which we're all in. But like, I just want to just put it out there that that no matter what happens, there's always hope, and you just gotta like fight tooth and nails for it. That's just pretty much the messaging. But like, how I want to, oops, sorry, how I want to like do it is through, of course, yeah, storytelling, but storytelling through skit videos and a movie. And again, they're going to be like very like interconnected to place like this very big puzzle of, again, the messaging of hope and change. And that's something that I want to emphasize a lot more on in these skit videos, is stuff like that. And I'm just giving you guys like the process, kind of like how I want like it to kind of go down a little bit before I start like actually making it and stuff like that, because I want it to be, again, just it doesn't have to be perfect, obviously, but it's just like I want it to be like good enough to where like people can at least get the message. And if some people just don't, for one reason or other, either they're ignorant or whatever the hell it is, then I would have to say, well, pay attention and maybe, you know, like, pay attention and focus. Yeah. But, yeah. And then I also add a little subtle reference to a couple of my previous works. If you know, um, main antagonist versus main protagonist, all that, good stuff. There might be some slight references to some of that potentially. There might be some returning characters that were in my previous works of skip videos, maybe even like my animation videos in a skip video somehow. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll see. But that, and then for a movie, I may probably need just a little bit more help in that. Otherwise, I'll probably just do it on my own. Just have myself as a character, obviously, to play the, stuff. But I would ideally would just like to have like maybe one or two casting for the movie and stuff, and just have it be where, you know, the characters like, you know, intertwine with each other about their shared, you know, hopes and dreams and just like what they want to accomplish on an individual level and how they're able to get it through like, you know, the most craziest shenanigans. But we'll get to the movies for like another day. But what I want to still do for now is just realistically, I'm going to focus more on just like making the skits videos, at least for this month and potentially next month, and just have it like interconnect in a way. And then one day I will make the movie or two that's going to like kind of more or less finalize what I want to be able to do here. And then also for my next video that I'm going to be making, I will also go ahead and showcase my, you know, game progression with, you know, my own video. Sorry, not own video game. My own, you know, game cards. You know, how to like actually work it and stuff. It's still in the process of, you know, a play test. So like we're still doing that, but I'll show you guys like how it's kind of done, so you guys can get like the idea on like how to actually play, you know, the game, and you know, just seeing how like most of, if not all of it works. And yeah, that's gonna be it for like, you know, that video, or sorry, for that idea. But yeah, we'll make a video on that for another day. But more importantly, I just want to like come on this video to let people know that I am making something big, and this time around, it ain't no like again, you know, I will do my best to post as consistently as I can. But like I said, I got a lot of things going on in my life, but I will definitely try to post as much. So mark my words on that one. And yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big one. So if you guys are here for the long ride, then absolutely join by. I'm gonna be posting my project or whatnot on both YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So it'll be kind of like multi-platform cross. So if you guys are watching from YouTube Shorts, you can also even watch that on my TikTok, which I do want to get back to eventually anyways. So like I will post both of those stories ish on both TikTok and YouTube Shorts, so you guys can like check it out on either or both if you guys like have that. And just, you know, all I gotta say is like enjoy the content for what it is. And if you guys have any questions, thoughts, concerns, or even just like theories that you guys want to come up with, then of course put that all down in the comments down below, because it'll be really interesting to see like what y'all are going to be like coming up with by the time I actually make, you know, the thing happen. So all I gotta say is just strap your boots on, strap a seatbelt on, because it's about to get fucking crazy. Because like this will be like one of my funnest projects I've ever done, and it's gonna be really fun because it'll be kind of like going back to like my old school ways of just using my phone to post, you know, content and shit. But like this time, it's just like more story driven. Because I'll keep it buck here. That's something that I was initially doing when I was 16. It's just that like I didn't think too much on like how do I like make it a lot more like compelling and interesting, because I was a teenager, so I was just like thinking, I'll just make something like silly and fun, which that was pretty much the point. Like that's all I was really doing back then, was like just posting just a post. But in this case, it's like it's still kind of that, but there's like some story elements that, you know, I'm really trying to like, you know, build in. So, you know, if you are here for the story, absolutely check it out. But if you guys just here to like, you know, get the laughs or just, you know, check it out for what it is, you know, please do so. And just judge the judge the art by the content of what it is. Again, if you have any questions on how all this is like, you know, how I'm gonna like do all this, of course, feel free to ask. But all I'm gonna say is just like, you know, I would probably have to save that judgment a little bit after the project is more or less complete. and then you can just judge for itself of like whether or not it was interesting, it was good, it was bad, whatever the hell he um people want to like come up with, maybe it's interesting, maybe it's just like, it could have been better this way, or you just say, unlike his stupid face, his face is still so stupid. Ugh, look at this stupid man and with the microphone talking about stuff. You could do that as well, and it is what it is. All I would say is that I'm an artist that does a lot of artistic stuff because that's what I pretty much fucking do. And thank you if you guys like it, or thank you if you don't. Don't give a shit. I am still gonna continue to make cool stuff. Anyways, I'm pretty excited to see how this is gonna go for tomorrow. Yeah, like we'll see what happens. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. All I'm really expecting out of this is just really like you guys like absolutely enjoying it. Even if it's my mom actually just watching the whole thing and being like, "Hey, son, you're doing amazing." Hey, it counts. So, hey, shout out to my mama for checking it out. But yeah, as long as you guys enjoy the content, that's all I really care about. Whether you guys like ended up watching it and you liked it, or you watched it and sadly didn't like it for any other reason, that's fine. All I'm saying is like just watch it for what it is, and if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. If you don't, then there's always different channels you guys can check out, and that's all I ask for is like, if you want to check out my stuff, please do. And if you want to see more, please do subscribe to my channel. And that's all I really ask for out of you guys is just, enjoy the content. Give it a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more cool stuff. And if sadly you don't like it, I'm not going to be too uppity bubbity and being like, no, you need to like all this. Like, no. If you don't like it, then that's fine. Again, there's I don't know, like millions of YouTubers that's on here, or just millions of content creators that you might probably vibe with better. If you don't vibe with me, that's okay. There could be, I don't know, like PewDiePie or somebody else. Like, again, there's plenty of content creators that you can vibe with, that you like more of. And I'd rather have you guys just do that. If you think I'm a pretty cool content creator, then hey, consider liking, supporting my stuff, subscribing to the channel, check out a couple of like my social medias for cool stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I think I will have to go because it's kind of past my bedtime. I hope that my mom doesn't kick my ass. Oh wait, I'm 25, so I can literally stay up whenever I want. And cause it up. Nah, let me chill. Nah. Let me not do that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, broad video about stuff and my plans of what I want to do for my cinematic universe. That's going to be really compelling and interesting to see how it plays out. And I'll do like a playlist for you guys so that you guys can also check it out and see for yourself of just the type of content I want to show. I might probably also, if I can, also do like a playlist of my animation part. But anyways, that's for another day. We ramble on a lot. I think I just made my point of just where I want how my story is going to be. So the main message that I want to showcase in this project is hope and perseverance through the thick and thin of life, especially when shit feels hopeless, shit feels just not worth it. It's just you got to have hope. You got to be able to handle punches as best as you can and just go through your day as much as you can. Persevere. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to quote endure. Just persevere through it all as much as you can. And, there will come a time where you will have the day when you relax. But at the end of the day, you still got to put in the work. I mean, we all got to put in the work anyway. So we might as well just continue doing so as long as we can. I mean, that's what I'm doing too. I'm gonna continue to put in the work, even if I end up crippled or whatever the fuck. I'm still gonna like make content. I'm still gonna like do the things I love, because I'd rather keep doing that than just straight up just lose myself in the process. Like, no, never. I'm gonna keep doing this. Anyways, I yapped on for too long. Hope you guys have a good one, and good evening, good morning, good night, whatever you're watching this. Stay peaceful, stay amazing, stay awesome, and most importantly, stay safe out there. Stay peaceful as best you can. Hopeful about things, educated on a lot of things, because we definitely, absolutely need a whole lot of that. Because sadly, the education system is not doing as well. Plus, it's kind of like taken down due to a piece of shit. But like I said, I'm not gonna get into too much into that. I'd rather let my work speak for itself. So yeah, just all I gotta say is just stay informed. Stay, at least somewhat caught up on a lot of things. Read a book here and there, whether that's like fictional, non-fictional, and just enjoy your life as best as you guys can. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.